Okay, we have another example here. We have 7x plus 5y equal to 11, 7x minus 4y equal to 29, equation 2. Remember, using elimination method, you either add or subtract the two equations. In the second example that we did, we added the two equations. The reason is because one of the variables have one of the variables, that's x, had the same coefficients in the two equations, and we added because if we had subtracted, we wouldn't be able to eliminate one of the variables. That was actually why we added. So you either add or subtract. Some of you will be asking, how will I know when to add and when to subtract? Now you can check it out by yourself. If you add the two equations and you were able to eliminate one of the variables, good. But if you added and none of the variables was able to eliminate, then you need to subtract, okay? And mind you, before you add or subtract, one of the variables must have the same coefficient. So in this case, x has the same coefficient in both equations. So equation 1 has 7 as the coefficient of x, same as equation 2. For me to eliminate x, since they have the same coefficient, I need to eliminate x. Now, for me to eliminate x, I cannot add the two equations to eliminate x. The reason is this: 7x plus 7x is 14x. So I will end up having 14x here. You see, x is not eliminated, and I cannot eliminate y because they don't have the same coefficient. So the best thing for me to do is to subtract. So I'm going to subtract the two equations. So I can simply say subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Okay, so from equation 1 I'm going to subtract equation 2. Okay, I'm going to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. Now this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. So there will be a negative sign to show that I'm subtracting equation 2 from equation 1. So let's go this way. 7x, we're going to have 7x, all right, minus this 7x. Then moving on, positive 5y. From positive 5y, I'm subtracting negative 4y. Moving on, from 11, I'm subtracting 29. Now this is how it goes. 7x minus 7x, okay? We are done with x. Moving on, positive 5y minus, remember you are subtracting, so positive 5y minus negative 4y equal to 11 minus 29. I hope it is clear. Now 7x minus 7x is 0. In other words, x has been eliminated, so I'm left with this. Now I'm going to have 5y. Minus times minus is plus. So minus times minus 4y is plus 4y. 11 minus 29. Now, you are subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number. To make it easier, you simply subtract using the bigger number. But when you are through, you get, 29 minus 11 is 18. So after subtracting, your answer has to have a negative sign. Alright, this shows that you subtracted the bigger number from the smaller number. So moving on, 5y plus 4y is 9y. 9y is equal to minus 18. To find the value of y, you divide both sides by the coefficient of y. So the coefficient of y here is 9. 9 cancels 9. 9 here is 1. 9 here is 2. The value of y is equal to minus 2. Now moving on, let's find the value of x, okay? So to find x, you substitute the value of y into any of the equations. So I can substitute the value of y into equation 1 or equation 2, okay? So I can use equation 1 or equation 2, anyone. Let's use equation 2. So 7x minus 4y equal to 29. 7x minus, now 4y means 4 times y. In this case, my y is negative 2. So 4 times minus 2 equal to 29. So 7x minus 4 times minus 2. Minus times minus is plus. And 4 times 2 is 8. So minus 4 times minus 2 is plus 8, equal to 29. So we collect like terms. 7x will be 29 minus 8, okay? 7x, 29 minus 8, 9 minus 8 is 1, and then 2. Now 7x is equal to 21. To find the value of x, we divide both sides by the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x here is 7. 7 cancels 7. 7 here is 1. 7 in 21 is 3. Alright? Now our x is equal to 3. Therefore, our answers, y is equal to minus 2 and x is equal to 3. Guys, we have learned how to solve simultaneous linear equation using elimination method. Okay, remember, for you to be able to eliminate one of the variables, you either add or subtract the two equations. Okay, now there are some cases whereby none of the variables would have the same coefficient, right? There are some equations that x, let's say x and y, none of them have the same variables. Now I'm going to teach you how to go about such equation when you have a question like that, okay, or one of the letters. But there are some situations whereby either by addition or subtraction, you won't be able to eliminate any of the variables. The reason is because the two variables, none of them has same coefficient. For example, x in equation 1 and 2, they have different variables, same as y, they have different variables. So by addition or subtraction, you won't be able to eliminate any of the variables. Now in this case, we have to first of all choose the variable that we wish to eliminate, okay? And when we do that, let's say I want to eliminate x. Now for me to eliminate x, in this case, in equation 1, I have 3 as the coefficient of x, and in equation 2, I have 2 as the coefficient of x. So for you to be able to eliminate this x, I need to interchange the coefficients. I need to multiply the equations using the coefficients, but I need to interchange. Now I want to eliminate x, okay? Now I'm going to use this coefficient of x, which is 2, to multiply equation 1, all right? Now for the coefficient of x in equation 1, I'm going to use it to multiply equation 2. Guys, what I mean is this. First of all, choose the variable you want or you wish to eliminate. That is step 1. Step 2, take note of their coefficients, okay? Of course, for x in equation 1, the coefficient is 3. So I'll use this 3 to multiply equation 2. Likewise here, the coefficient is 2. So I'm using this 2 to multiply equation 1. Now, we are going to have 2 times 3x is 6x plus 2 times 5y is 10y. 2 times 47, 2 times 7 is 14, 2 times 4, 8 plus 1, 9. So 94. You call this equation 3. Moving on, I'm using 3 to multiply equation 2. So 3 times 2x is 6x. 3 times 3y, 3 times 3 is 9, so 9y. 3 times 29, 3 times 9 is 27, take 2. 3 times 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8. And you call this equation 4, all right? Now, if you see now, x has the same coefficients in both equations. So we can easily eliminate the value of, we can easily eliminate x. So to eliminate x, we simply subtract equation 4 from equation 3, okay? So I'm going to subtract equation 4 from 3. Now we are going to have 6x minus 6x, 6x minus 6x, all right? Then positive 10y minus 9y. Then you have 94 minus 87. 6x minus 6x is 0, okay? So I've eliminated x. Now 10y minus 9y. 10 minus 9 is 1, and 1y is equal to y. So y is equal to 94 minus 87. 94 minus 87. 14 minus 7 is 7, and 8 minus 8 is 0. So y is equal to 7. I've gotten the value of y to be 7. Now for me to get x, I'll simply substitute y, the value of y, into any of the equations, maybe into equation 1 or equation 2 or any equation. So let's use equation 1. I have 3x plus 5y equal to 47. Now anywhere I see y, I will add 7 in this equation. So I'm going to have 3x plus 5y means 5 times y. So I'm going to have 5 times 7, okay? Moving on, we are going to have that 3x, 5 times 7 is 35, or to 47. Now collect like terms, 3x will be 47 minus 35. Now 3x, 7 minus 5 is 2, and 4 minus 3 is 1. Now we have that 3x is equal to 12. To get the value of x, we divide both sides by the coefficient of x. So the coefficient of x here is 3. So I'm dividing both sides by 3. 3 cancels 3. 3 here is 1. 3 in 12 is 4. Therefore, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 7. So x is 4, y is 7. And we can check out to see if you are correct. 3x is 3 times x is 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 5y, 5 times y. So 5 times 7 is 35. Let's see if it will give us 47. So this is 7 and this is 4. Therefore, our answer is correct. So guys, the value of x is 4 and the value of y is 7. Alright, so I think I should give you another example on this. Alright guys, you have another example on the board. Alright, using elimination method, and none of the variables have the same coefficients. You can see x here, the coefficient is 5. Here, the coefficient is 3. Then for y, the coefficient of y here is 4 and here is 5. So you can see none of the variables have the same coefficients. In other words, we can't add or subtract the equations to eliminate any of the variables. To do this, like I told you earlier, you interchange the variables. So it depends on the coefficient. Sorry, it depends on the variable that we want to eliminate. So I can eliminate x, or I'll eliminate y. Right? So anyone you wish to eliminate. I want to eliminate this x. So I'm multiplying equation 1 by 3. Alright? And I'll multiply equation 2 by 5. Guys, I'll multiply equation 1 by 3. So times 3. I'll multiply equation 2 by 5. Okay? So 3 times 5x, 3 times 5 is 15. So 3 times 5x is 15x plus 3 times 4y. 3 times 4 is 12, so 12y. 3 times 22 is 66, and you call this equation 3. Moving on, 5 times 3x is 15x. 5 times 5y is 25y. And 5 times 21. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. And you call this equation 4. Now it's time to subtract. So we subtract equation 4 from equation. We subtract equation 3. Let's subtract equation 3 from equation 4. I hope we get. So we are using equation 4 to subtract equation 3. Alright guys, we are going to subtract equation 2 from equation 4. So this is my equation 4, I've written it out. And this is equation 3, I've written it out. So I'm going to subtract. 15x minus 15x is 0. In other words, x has been eliminated. Now 25y minus 12y. 25 minus 12. 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. So I'm going to have 13y. 105 minus 66. 5 minus 6 is not possible. So we borrow 1 here. This will remain 9. 15 minus 6 is 9. Alright? Then 9 minus 6 is 3. So we are going to have that 13y is equal to 39. To find y, we divide both sides by the coefficient of y, and the coefficient of y here is 13. So 13 cancels 13, okay? Now y is equal to 13 here is 1, 13 in 39 is 3. Y is equal to 3. We have gotten our y to be 3. Now it's time to get our x, okay? To find x, we substitute the value of y into any of the equations. So I want to substitute the value of y into equation 1. You can use equation 1 or 2 or 3. So let's use equation 2. Now 3x plus 5y equal to 21. 3x plus 5y is 5 times y. So 5 times 3 here is 15. Collecting like terms, we have that 3x is equal to 21 minus 15. So 3x is equal to 21 minus 15 would give us 21 minus 15. 11 minus 5 is 6. 21 minus 15 is 6. Now we divide both sides by the coefficient of x. So we divide both sides by 3. 3 cancel 3. 3 here 1, 3 in 6 is 2. Therefore, our x is equal to 2. Now, y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 2. To check if you are correct, 5x, 5 times 2 is 10. 4y, 4 times 3, 12. 10 plus 12 gives 22. So that means what we did is correct. So guys, we have come to the end of today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions to ask, please drop your questions there in the comment section and I would answer every one of them. Thank you for watching my videos. Till next time, bye.